All right. Um, just want to share something very quick that I that dawned on me about what to use Gmail notifications for, and the Gmail inbox, and then what to use the calendar notifications for, calendar inbox. What I have changed or have been struggling with a little bit recently is the idea of like task type notifications and kind of pure information like strategy type stuff. And I talked at length this morning about that and working through a few things. And then I noticed some other stuff this afternoon. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go through my configuration, or like what is actually now inside of Calendar versus Gmail for this evening. Okay. So check one thing real quick. Okay. Just want to make sure I had something because I moved some things. I moved some things from Gmail to Calendar and from Calendar to Gmail. So the things that I moved from, so right now I'm looking at my snoozed items in Gmail, and the things that are snoozed for 4 p.m. today, which is kind of like my evening. That's when I'm done with work. And there are there are 5 items in here, but there's 3 main items that I moved over. Okay. And what I did was I moved these items away from the calendar because they are tasks that they're tasks that would be great to do if I can, but they're not critical. They're not urgent for today or anything like that. I have no idea when I would actually perform these tasks, but I had placed them in my calendar, and I did so like I would do any other task. It was before the exercise. This was in here. These were over in my calendar before this exercise I did earlier today and that I streamed about. And so they were just like a task scheduled for 4 p.m. But the idea was to say, look, these are 3 things that I might want to consider doing tonight because I should be able to do them. And so maybe I should think about doing them, and putting them on my calendar for 4 p.m. would have them show up on my lock screen, and they would be like kind of candidates for things I can do. The problem is that is really, I think it's a much better mechanic to have that be a pull, or somewhere in the middle of pushing and pull, like basically having these things in my Gmail inbox and me knowing that they're there because my home screen is an intersection. On that intersection, I've got the badge count in Gmail. When these things are moved into my inbox at 4 p.m., they're also going to be displayed on my lock screen. So I'm not going to miss the opportunity to do these 3 things, but to put them on the calendar at 4 p.m. when there are other things on my mind about at 4 p.m., notably dinner, exercise, and meditation. Those are the 3 things that I need to be thinking about first before 4 p.m. and before thinking about other things to do. Having said that, there's always the opportunity for me to get more than those 3 things done, and that's fine. But I don't want to get deluged with 7, 8 things popping up on my calendar all at 4 p.m. that I might be able to do. So what I did was this, is I moved those 3 things over into Gmail. So at 4 p.m., like I said, 4 p.m., they're always going to be in my inbox. They are not going to be in the badge count until, I'm sorry, let me back up a second. They're not in my inbox. They're going to be in my inbox at 4 p.m. And so I'll see them in there. I will see them in the badge count on the home screen. I will also see them as a notification. I will receive a notification. Hey, there are the following new things in your inbox. Now, here are the three things. One is called chicken is going to expire Wednesday. So today's Tuesday, where I am right now. Today's Tuesday. And the idea behind this one is that should it be convenient, or I'm kind of looking for something to do, or I happen to be out and about, probably not the worst idea for me to like stop by the grocery, grab some chicken. And the reason for that is that the chicken is going to be expire tomorrow. But doing the grocery trip and the cooking of the chicken in one evening it sounds weird, but it's a lot bigger than just running to the grocery and like a 30-minute commitment and then having the chicken and then being able to like cook the chicken while I'm here. The other thing I learned the other day is that cooking chicken goes beautifully with meditation. So I can meditate throughout the process of cooking the chicken. Just whenever the chicken, I set out the chicken for it to come up to room temperature. I have to preheat the oven. And while I'm doing that, I'm pretty much prepping the chicken. But then the chicken's cooking, and then the chicken has to rest. And through all of those idle time, I can just be meditating my ass off. So it's awesome. But it's different if I also have to go to the grocery. So now I'm going to the grocery. That's 30 minutes. Then I have to the meditation kind of is a wash with the cooking of the chicken, but the whole process from beginning to end, when I'm kind of grounded at home, is we're talking about like an hour and 15 minutes, give or take. And then I'm also supposed to make it to the gym, right? And then I got to do my, I want some downtime. I also need to do my bedtime routine and whatever, catch up with friends and texts and whatever. It's a lot. It's a lot to go to the grocery and cook on the same day. Now, if it's a Saturday, maybe not that big of a deal. If it's a Sunday, it's not really that big a deal. To be honest, and I'm way down a rabbit hole here, but I just might as well wrap it up since I brought it up. But there are some advantages to starting the clock when you purchase the chicken at the grocery store, because you need to let it sit out and come up to temp. Well, part of the time, so once the meat department guy gives me the chicken, the clock can start. So I can cut that time off versus like taking it out of the cold refrigerator. Okay, enough of that. But so here's the point. Can I go to the grocery and cook chicken and meditate and get to the gym and do my evening routine and this and that? Probably, but wouldn't it be much nicer to have a little bit of breathing room, and who knows what my energy is going to be like either, so it's just, it's burning the candle at both ends. And that's why it's here. Now, do I want to be stressed out about this today? Like, do I definitely want to do this today? No, just no. And there's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, I can do I don't want to be stressed out about this, because if I'm going to be stressed out about this, then what's even the point? I'd be better off being stressed out tomorrow. Also, tomorrow I could skip cooking. I could just say, fuck it, I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I'll just go out. So eating is a priority, but cooking is not always a priority. I eat clean. I'm better off when I cook for myself. I like to cook for myself. I like the convenience of cooking for myself, but I just don't have to do it. Here's the third thing. Honestly, I don't have to work out every day. I don't have to exercise every single day, but I don't want to give it up. But if I was really in a lot of trouble, or my diet was horrible, or I was really, really needing to grasp or to cling on to that habit of cooking, making sure I'm eating clean, eating at home or whatever, I could theoretically say, look, I can give up a day at the gym. So anyway, the point is that I don't feel very strongly about going to the grocery, but at the same time, I need to trust myself that based on where I am in the evening, if I'm able to get over to the grocery, it would be a good thing. There's a little bit of a complication now that I realize it, because this one is it's sort of time sensitive because of the fucking deli or the meat department at the grocery store. It closes at 7. So that complicates things a tiny bit. In the clarity of the moment, though, it may all work its way out. I had a huge fucking lunch, massive pasta lunch. I am not going to be eating dinner at 4 o'clock. So what I think I'll do is, in fact, my lunch, I didn't even finish eating until fairly recently. So I need to digest this food. If I didn't have to go to the grocery or had this opportunity to go to the grocery, I would, I'd probably meditate. I have to do something. I have to find something to do actually while I'm digesting this food before I go to the gym. So it may actually work its own way out. To be honest, instead of talking to you right now, what a wonderful thing for me to do would be to leave, to shut this down and go to the grocery right now before the insanity, because I can get away with it, which is why I'm doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to stop this stream right now. I've done this before. And I'm going to go to the grocery because I'm in this space right now. It's a perfect opportunity to go to the grocery. So I'll come back. I'll see you next time. I'm doing it right now.